I want to thank everyone at Harris. I literally dropped in. Ryan bought some stuff. They are packing up to go to a horse show in Arizona, and they will be gone for a few weeks. I will be able to come back, so if you have any questions from this video, please send them to me, and I will be happy to ask them on video. Preston, how long have you worked here?
My whole life. Yeah.
Oh, where you?
I'm Phil's son. Yep, so, since I was this big. This is where
So
I worked in the summer and everything.
you're going to the Scottsdale Arab show. How would you go about fitting an Arab versus fitting a quarter horse?
Well, you know, we do everything the same. Most of these Arabs nowadays are half quarters anyways. So, but we have made the skirts somewhat shorter from front to back. But you know, like this is a 16.5 inch Arabian, and it's got full size skirts. It's a full size saddle. But like I said, we have made them shorter, but you still have to allow for the bars of the tree, so you can't go more than about an inch shorter. Is about typically all you could shorten it up.
Would you mind showing me what the skirt is? So the skirt is it there to help stabilize the saddle?
Right. It's 29.5 from front to back. This is the bottom skirt. This is the top skirt. Most of the saddles that you see nowadays are double skirted, and that's the frame. You know, the bar is the frame, but that's the body of the saddle, if you will. Yeah.
And the double skirt is just more for stability or for look?
No, it's just looks. Yeah.
And then how do you measure a seat on a Western saddle?
So it's measured from the horn or the swell here to actually finding the tree. So most saddle makers will have variants in the padding. Ours is all somewhere around 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. So you actually have to feel and find the tree. So the seat size is measured in raw tree size.
Okay.
So this tree is 16.5, but there's really only about 16 inches of space here. Whereas this one's a 16, there's really only about 15.5 inches of space here.
Yeah. And then can you tell me about the bars? We hear a lot about quarter horse bars, semi-quarter horse bars.
As far as the bars go, you know, that's kind of one of those things that you don't really need to worry too much about. The gullet width is 6.5. That's here. That's measured before we do anything on the skirts as well. These fit a wide variety of quarter horses and a wide variety of Arabians. So it's, you know, if you have a horse that's real odd, you may want to talk about doing something specific or custom. But horses, kind of like people, they're never the same shape but just a certain time in their life. So if you buy one that fits them when they're 3 years old, if they change like a person, it may not fit them when they're 5. So it's kind of a mistake to really worry about fitting a particular saddle to a particular horse at a particular time in its life, because it's a moving target. And so what we recommend doing is get one that fits, that fits a variety of horses in the industry, and then do your actual custom fitting with your pads. Because then you can kind of tweak that much easier than you can buying a saddle for that horse when he's 2 years old, because you're going to run into problems.
You'd rather have one a little bit too thick than a little bit too narrow.
It's just one of those things where, like I said, it's a moving target. It's hard to fit him at that particular time in his life, and then spend $20,000 on just a custom fit saddle that in 18 months it's going to hit him different in different places. And so, like I said, we make a saddle that fits a wide variety of horses in all stages, and we do the real fine tweaking with the pads. This is our Harris tree. That's the tree we've made for like 30 years, and it's got an equitation seat.
What does that mean?
The seat comes up the cantle here, versus where this one has a pleasure seat where it's a lot lower in the front.
So this helps you sit more.
It kind of sits you in a particular spot and keeps you there.
Okay.
Versus like this one is more for the horseman who wants that freedom of movement. But this one has a shorter cantle, whereas this one has a taller cantle. This one has a straighter swell. This one has a swell that's sort of leaned forward. But as far as the bars are concerned and the fit's concerned, it's very similar.
I'm good.
But this one is just a hair narrower. But
Narrower.
It's so minuscule that you couldn't even tell by it.
And so your 3 trees are
this one, and then this one, and then we have a new one that I don't even think we have. We have a work saddle in the new one. But the new one's so new that we don't even have one in stock.
So with English saddles, the English, like the jumping saddles, are usually made with foam. With the dressage saddles, we usually have wool flocking. And most English people do not comprehend that there's no flocking, really, right? They sit on the horse's back. And that's why I love schooling with the Western saddle, because in theory, we don't get as much back pain.
Right.
And then we pad up correctly, right?
You know, these sit you down really nice. Everybody rides them with a pad. So
yeah,
your underpad, you know, that's where we recommend doing the most fitting and tweaking, because you can shim that, you can trim that out in places that you need more or less contact, if that makes sense.
with a pad.
With a pad, versus, like I said, trying to buy one of these nice expensive show saddles that fits your horse at that moment in its life. It's just something we see people try to do all the time, and it's just a mistake, because that horse is a creature, you know, it changes. His back's going to change, or he's going to get more or less withers, and he's just, you know, this saddle that you buy from us, it should last you your entire show career.
I know that y'all have a ton of show saddles. I knew you more for the rough out saddles. Do you have those here that I can?
I've got one or two.
That's my favorite. Oh, there it is.
That's a one that we repaired back there. So might be a couple of new ones back here. In the back. But that's one we changed out of name.
Do you do any barrel saddles or cutting saddles? Nope and nope. Because
Western.
just Western. And barrel saddles are going to be a higher cantle, a higher horn. Cutting saddles are going to be a higher horn, different make and model altogether, right?
Yep.
And so when people are looking for Western saddles, it's what fits them and what fits their horse, correct?
Yep.
Do you call it a Bosel or?
Yeah. Right there.
Do you call it a Bosel or a Basel?
Hackamore Basel.
Hackamore Basel, and it's made out of rough out, and it's made.
Out of rawhide, yep. And these are all like rawhide core. Some of them have different cores in them, but these are all rawhide core.
And they're made to just kind of bop off the head and leave the mouth soft, correct?
Yeah, made to go around his nose, and you tie Makati reins to it, and then this one here's 28 plait. So the plait's the tightness of the weave. If you get a tighter plait, like a 60 plait, the weave's even tighter. That makes it even stiffer. So that's the kind of one of those things where the higher the plait, the higher the price. This one's like a 16 plait. You see how much looser it is, how much more open the weave is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot more. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's more flimsy.
And there'll be different sizes for the Arabs than the quarter horses because the nose changed, correct?
Well, because of this size of their face.
Can we talk about the boots? Should we talk? I think these are going to the horse show, maybe?
Yeah, I think everything's hanging up too. Sure.
You tell me about these. What are these?
These are your
Ryan, what are these?
Every cow rider will love a fair.
What do you-
Rag.
Wild rags, and what are they used for?
Well, traditionally they're used for keeping dust down, keeping dirt out of your face. Then for the show world, they're used to make you look wonderfully matched.
And Ryan has a ton of wild rags, which we will get into later.
I need one
A stand?
like
Okay.
that.
All right, what are we looking at here? What are we calling these?
These are Rommel reins.
Rommel reins. Also called Rommel, so if I'm going to get heavily corrected.
Depends on when you.
And then the spurs. There's a friend of mine who asked if you ever just fidget with your rolls. Yes, we do. Perfect. They have shirts too. I love the logos on all of it. Oh, I gotta love this. This is so my style. Look at the gloves.
Is it too much?
Never. It's nice. These coats are nice. Oh, I love this.
I know, I like that blue green with the purple.
Well, I like how it drapes down. You should get it. You should get it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So these are show pads, and they go on top of the fitted pad. So often when people are getting into Western, they love the colors. These don't offer support. They go on top, and your number gets pinned to it.
It's just their icing on your cake.
Right. Right. Oh, look at the halters.
I just wish you could park this at my house. Wouldn't this be nice? Oh my gosh.
These aren't even the, oh, we'll use your pads. You've got good pads,
So
right?
nice. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
When do y'all slow down? There's no way that you do slow down. This is a perfect fit. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't break it. They're being real patient with me. This is like what I love. These are like the way English bits are going. I wonder if that's legal for us. That is correct. That is nice. What are your colors?
Blush and bashful. Green and green.
He just said they're reversible. Oh wow, they.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I love the fact that y'all monogram everything perfectly. Man, that is on point.
Don't give away too many secrets.
How? That's a sewing machine. Wow. And so y'all hand do every one of these. What's the tree made out of?
Hardwood and covered in rawhide. Most people think they're fiberglass, they're not.
So everything that you produce, you make and hand make what you can. What you can.
Most everything.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
I had a guy ask me one time, said, "You don't make your own saddle trees?" And I said, "No, and I don't make my own nails either."
Fair, fair. They take me in the back where they hand make everything and literally like hand make everything. You can smell the glue, you can smell the leather. It's phenomenal. They do not make barrel saddles, cutting saddles. They do specific Western pleasure, Western riding saddles, but they are a wealth of knowledge and they will help you fit your pads, which are all packed up in their trailer, which we saw in Ocala. So I want to thank them again. I have literally crashed their party twice now, and next time we will do a formal video. Thank you so much for watching.